They're the Zen masters of the insect world, the martial artists of the garden, and frankly, one of the most bizarrely cool creatures you'll ever see. Today, we're diving headfirst into the weird and wonderful world of the praying mantis. From their freaky heads to their brutal love lives, get ready to have your mind blown by these incredible predators. So, what exactly is a praying mantis? Despite what their name might suggest, they aren't here for quiet contemplation. That pious-looking pose, with their front legs folded neatly together, isn't a sign of prayer. It's a hunting stance. These are ambush predators, and those folded arms are actually formidable spiky weapons called raptorial legs, ready to snap shut on unsuspecting prey in the blink of an eye. We're talking speeds of up to 1/20th of a second, which is faster than you can blink. This lightning-fast strike ensures that once a mantis decides your lunch, there's very little chance of escape. One of the most iconic features of a praying mantis is its head. They are the only insects in the world that can turn their triangular heads a full 180 degrees. This incredible range of motion allows them to scan their surroundings for both prey and predators without giving away their position by moving their entire body. It's like having a built-in surveillance system. This ability, combined with their excellent vision, makes them incredibly effective hunters. It's also what gives them that slightly unsettling, alien-like quality, as they seem to watch your every move with an intelligent, calculating gaze. Speaking of their vision, let's talk about those big, beautiful eyes. Mantises have two large compound eyes, which are made up of thousands of tiny individual lenses. These give them a wide field of view and are excellent at detecting motion. But what's really fascinating is the little black dot in the center of each eye, which seems to follow you as the mantis moves its head. This is called a pseudopupil. It's not a real pupil like the ones we have. It's an optical illusion created by the structure of the compound eye. The parts of the eye pointed directly at you are absorbing all the light, making them appear black, while the other parts reflect light, appearing lighter. This gives the uncanny impression that the mantis is making direct eye contact, adding to its charismatic and slightly creepy appeal. But that's not all. They also have three smaller, simpler eyes, called ocelli, located on their forehead between their antennae. These simple eyes are thought to help them detect changes in light, helping them orient themselves for flight and sense the difference between day and night. Camouflage is a mantis's superpower. They are masters of disguise, blending seamlessly into their environment to avoid being eaten and to ambush their prey more effectively. Their long, slender bodies can perfectly mimic sticks, twigs, or stems. Many species have evolved to match the specific plants they live on. For example, the orchid mantis is a stunning creature that looks almost identical to a pink or white orchid flower. Unsuspecting pollinators like bees and butterflies will fly in, thinking they found a sweet, nectar-filled treat, only to be snatched out of the air. Other species mimic dead, crumpled leaves, complete with brown spots and jagged edges. This incredible ability to blend in is called cryptic coloration, and it's a key to their survival. They will often sway gently back and forth, imitating a leaf or twig moving in the breeze, further enhancing their disguise. Now, let's get to the part everyone's waiting for: their brutal dating habits. Yes, the rumors are true. Female praying mantises are notorious for practicing sexual cannibalism. During or after mating, the female will sometimes turn on her partner and, well, eat him, starting with the head. While this sounds horrifyingly inefficient for the species, there's a cold, calculated logic to it. Firstly, the male provides a nutritious post-coital snack, giving the female the extra protein and energy she needs to produce a large, healthy batch of eggs. Secondly, and this is where it gets really weird, a male mantis can often continue the act of mating even after his head has been removed. The nerve cluster that controls the mating process is located in his abdomen, so he can finish the job posthumously, ensuring his genetic legacy lives on. However, it's a bit of a myth that this happens every single time. In the wild, studies suggest it occurs in less than 30% of encounters, but it's still a pretty memorable and grisly aspect of their life cycle. After a successful and hopefully survivable mating, the female will lay her eggs in a protective case called an ootheca. This case is made from a foamy substance she secretes, which hardens into a tough, styrofoam-like structure. It's like a tiny armored apartment building for her babies. She'll attach this ootheca to a twig, a leaf, or even the side of a building. Inside, there can be anywhere from a few dozen to several hundred eggs, all tucked in safely for the winter. The ootheca protects the developing embryos from cold temperatures, dehydration, and even some predators. When spring arrives and the weather warms up, it's hatching time. Hundreds of tiny mantis nymphs emerge from the ootheca, looking like miniature versions of their parents, but without wings. This mass hatching is a sight to behold, but it's also the beginning of a very dangerous life. The first thing many of these newly hatched nymphs do is engage in a bit of sibling cannibalism. It's a tough world out there, and the first meal is often your brother or sister. It's survival of the fittest from the very first minute. The nymphs that survive this initial battle royale will disperse and begin their lives as solitary hunters. They will molt or shed their exoskeleton several times as they grow, eventually developing wings and reaching their adult size. What's on the menu for a praying mantis? Pretty much anything they can get their raptorial legs on. Their diet mostly consists of other insects like flies, moths, crickets, grasshoppers, and beetles. They are a gardener's best friend, acting as a natural form of pest control. But they are not picky eaters. Larger mantis species have been known to take on much bigger prey. There are documented cases of them catching and eating frogs, lizards, small snakes, and even birds, particularly hummingbirds. They will patiently wait for a hummingbird to approach a feeder or a flower, and then snatch it right out of the air. It's a David and Goliath situation, showcasing the sheer power and audacity of these incredible hunters. They are purely carnivorous and will not eat plants. Mantises are found all over the world in temperate and tropical climates. There are over 2,400 different species, and they come in a dazzling array of shapes, sizes, and colors. The largest is the giant Asian mantis, which can grow up to 5 inches long, while the smallest, the bulbe pygmaea from Australia, is less than half an inch. Some have elaborate horns and crests, like the devil's flower mantis, which uses its vibrant colors in a diematic display to startle and scare off predators. When threatened, it rears up, spreads its wings to reveal bright eye spots, and shakes its forelegs, looking much larger and more intimidating than it actually is. Despite their ferocious reputation as predators, mantises are not at the top of the food chain. They have to watch out for their own predators, which include birds, bats, spiders, frogs, and lizards. Their camouflage is their primary defense, but if they are discovered, they will often put on that threat display, hoping to startle the attacker long enough to make an escape. Bats are a particularly tricky predator, as they use echolocation to hunt in the dark. In an amazing evolutionary arms race, some species of flying mantis have developed a single ear on their abdomen. This ear is tuned to the specific ultrasonic frequencies that bats use for hunting. When the mantis detects a bat's sonar pings, it will immediately perform a series of wild, evasive maneuvers, spiraling and dive-bombing toward the ground to avoid being caught. It's an incredible aerial dogfight between two masters of the night sky. From their 180-degree head turns and pseudopupils to their deadly embrace and incredible camouflage, the praying mantis is truly one of nature's most fascinating creations. They are elegant, efficient, and utterly ruthless. So, the next time you spot one in your garden, take a moment to appreciate this miniature marvel of evolution. Just be glad you're not a grasshopper. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next deep dive into the animal kingdom.